Hello, this is the Cinema Fanatic, and once again I return to the nihilistic world of Andy Milligan. As stated in my last review of his film, Fleshpot on 42nd Street, with the release of the Severin box set, my interest in this director has peaked, but I've also found that many of his films have been released on YouTube, and I'm going to review another one of them tonight. The Man with Two Heads. The Man with Two Heads is a 1972 horror remake of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Yes, I'm pronouncing it the way it's supposed to be pronounced. Robert Louis Stevenson stated that the name is actually pronounced Jekyll and not Jekyll. The film stars Dennis DeMarne and Julia Stratton, and originally was supposed to be called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Blood. However, the title was changed by producer William Mishkin, who wanted to ride off the coattails of such popular genre films of the time, such as The Amazing Two-Headed Transplant and The Thing with Two Heads. Really, the film should be called The Man with Two Faces, as that's quite literally what's going on in this film. Even though this is a retelling of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, only the basic story is kept. The plot follows Dr. Jekyll, who works as a teacher in order to fund his experiments. He is intending to find a way of eradicating evil from the minds of men, even experimenting on the corpse of a murderer. However, when one of his students accidentally messes up Jekyll's notes, the serum winds up turning the good doctor into the violent Mr. Blood. Blood then goes on about torturing a prostitute, murdering people, and verbally abusing his students.
The skull, which makes you think you should be a doctor.
Shot for an estimated $20,000, this was one of 4 films that Milligan shot while living in England. Milligan was able to gain access to some Victorian buildings for his period pieces, which add multitudes of production value to the film. The acting is very good, plus the camera work is also much improved from some of his other works. Granted, the lighting and sound is still problematic. Also, while this is a remake of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Andy was able to sneak in some of his trademark gore and insanity, such as a person getting whipped, Dr. Jekyll throwing a severed head at someone, and a bizarre party in which people's nipples are cut off and eyes are plucked out. The HD release is in pristine condition and makes this the best version over previous releases, which were overexposed and hard to watch. This HD version also features scenes that were cut by the censors, mainly the gory special effects. Something that Andy Milligan has stated was that he had no faith in his special effects, which is why he initiated his infamous swirl cam. But looking at these effects, they aren't that bad. Granted, in this shot, this is obviously a styrofoam head hollowed out. So go ahead and check this film out, but be reminded that because this is an Andy Milligan film, it does tend to be a little slow, so be in that mindset when you're watching this. I'm the Cinema Fanatic. I'll see you next time.